What's up, everybody? Hey, check this out. Today we making some tender, juicy lamb chops seared to perfection, and then we're gonna finish them with a buttery lemon thyme sauce that takes it over the top. It's simple, flavorful, and perfect for when you want something that feels, a little fancy without doing too much. And with that being said, let's get it. Okay, folks, so looking at these ingredients, you can see it's not a whole lot to it. Trust me, it's still gonna render a tremendous over-the-top flavor, right? We got a lemon. Look, we're using the shallot. But you know what? The thyme should be something like, if you guys ever made or been associated with lamb chops before, thyme is usually always in it. I'm gonna go ahead and address this right here. These right here are the lamb shoulder chops, not to be mistaken with lamb loin chops, which more like, the lamb loin chop is more like a small T-bone steak, right? Then we got some broth, butter, separated, garlic cloves. We got salt, pepper. I got my knife, my grater, and everything we need. And if you guys look at this right here, these are big, so I broke out my big cast iron. Reason being, take a look at this right here. Because when I put them down in here, this cast iron right here is big enough to get all four in there with this bone. Now the full ingredient list is on my website. That's Smokin and Grillin with AB.com, and that's WITAB.com. Right, that's where you guys go and get all the measurements and the instructions. Okay, so you see that I'm working with a fresh, thyme sprig, right? So if you guys, look, I hold it one way, right? This will be going against the grain, because if you look at it, you can see everything was growing up, right? It shreds and, comes off much easier if you grab it towards the top. Look how those came off. Now you got fresh thyme. When it starts getting towards the top, it gets thin and they'll kind of like tear. You see that? I can live with that. And I want to tell you this little piece right here, even though I got a little bit of the, branch on there, that's fine, because we're going to chop it up anyway. I'm going to do just one more. Right, we grab it at the top. Take your hands, pull it down like that. There you go, folks. Super easy. All right, I'll set these off to the side. We'll use these for decorations at the end. Gotta have that garnish. Now you want to get yourself like a knife, something preferably sharp, right? Just bring it here. Once I get it all there, and I put my hand down here on the top of the blade towards the, end, right? And then we just. Okay, so what I did was I went ahead and put my thyme in here because we got to sprinkle it on there. So if you guys pay attention, I'm gonna go ahead and just drop about a pinch, salt. We'll just get this mixed up. Right, now I got my black pepper. I like to see it go on there. So this is what we're gonna do. I got them right here. We're just gonna go ahead and just sprinkle this on here. I didn't put no binder on here or nothing. You guys know fresh thyme is super, like strong. It will get into the flesh of this, it will get into the flesh of this lamb shoulder, so look, we'll just get it like this. We'll get it, then I'm gonna put my hands on it. You'll see, I'm gonna kind of like pat it in there and then I'm gonna flip them over, right? Oh, look, this right here is gonna be incredible, folks. Now we usually let this sit on here and dry marinade. It'll soak in there. I'd say usually about 5-10 minutes, right? Then I come with my black pepper. All right, so now come time to get, my pan ready, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and put my butter in, right? Now I start off low. It's just been going, without anything in here, so it looked like it might be a little high. I just start like a medium low, just to get it melted, right? So after that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and add this now, and this will protect my butter a little bit. I add myself a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. We're not gonna fry these per se, right? We're gonna leave it just like that. And I'm gonna wait till this is completely, melted. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and turn this up, because you want your pan to be hot, right? So let's see here. This is going good. We got extra, I can smell the garlic infused olive oil. Right? So we good there. What I'm gonna do now is raise my temperature up to a medium high. There we go, folks. And we'll go ahead and let this, get hot. Once I see it hot, then we're gonna go ahead and put these chops on. Okay, so I don't know if the camera picking it up. You see that little bit of smoke right there? That tells me that this is ready, right? So we're gonna go hurry up and put these in here. Look, we just put them in there just like that. Of course, you're gonna get the sizzle, towards the center because the fire is concentrated there. And now we just let that work. Now here's the key thing. This on here on a medium-high flame, this is only gonna take a couple of minutes on each side, right? Now you guys gonna wanna have yourself one of these meat thermometers because what we're looking for is about 145. Now one of the key things is, listen, they only 1 inch thick, right? So they're not gonna be in here long at a medium-high flame. We're gonna check them, I give them 2 minutes. Now I'm gonna go ahead and flip these over, right? So let me just take it here. I'll bring that over there. Oh yeah. Just like what you guys are seeing right here, folks. I'll bring this in just 1 second. You put that down over there like that. Bring this one over here and bring that one over here. Now the way I pick this up, it kind of like wants to like, you know, hold up. So I'm gonna go ahead and push this down. But the key thing is you want to make sure that you don't get these past 145. Okay, so now I just temp these. These are fine. This one is a little bit more done than I did these over here. That's why this one's the last one to come off, because someone wants to have theirs a little bit more on the well done side. God bless their soul. Now, I got my fire off right now. I'm gonna let this cool down just a little bit. Now, what you guys wanna do is, listen, you wanna get yourself some, you know, foil, and I'm just gonna loosely put this over the top and let this come down gradually on its own. Don't forget, we gotta treat this like it's steak, right? And I'm gonna set this over here behind me, and we're gonna let that come down. Why? Because we gotta let it rest. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and prep while my, you know, cast iron is, what it's doing right now is just cooling. So I'm going to go ahead and prep my shallots. You guys let me know down in the comment section below, how many of y'all are even using shallots? Now we finna get down to the good part, right? The chops is truly the star, but right now this is what complements it. It's like, you know, when you have a king, you gotta have your queen, and that's what we finna make right now. You're gonna wanna check this out. Okay, now with my medium flame under here, I had let it cool, now I'm bringing it back up. Now everything that you see here is like the fat from the lamb chops, right? So this, and look, you can see little bits and pieces. You guys know what that is? That's the fine, right? So now I'm gonna go ahead and get my knife, and I'm gonna bring my onions in, because I always bring that, and I'm gonna correct myself, I'm gonna call them shallots. Now, because I got the heat concentrated here and it has to like spread out, I know the safest place for me to drop these is on the side. All right, so let me get the rest of the shallots. All right, now that we have that in there, right, before I start moving, I'll go ahead and move these around, because you can see it's not really that hot, right? So hot towards the center, we just keep moving this around and letting this work. What we're doing is letting it release the shallot, you know, flavor inside of the, you know, the butter, the fat from the lamb, all of that, right? So if you feel like it's going too fast, you can just always, I'm using a big one. This is a large, you know, cast iron skillet. So I'll put that over there. Now I'm gonna smash my, you guys will hear it. I'm just smashing my garlic, right? And then I got some thyme sprigs, right? We'll drop that in there too, right? And now we just move this around and let this all marry together. Ooh. If you see any coloration or anything like that, that's not the onions. You know, they working themselves down and, you know, on their way to be translucent. Oh man, this smells good. If you're looking for something a little bit high end that you can make at the house, and it's inexpensive, folks, this is the meal for you. Now you see this right here? Look at that. Anyway, the aromatics that you smelling, you know, as you make this, is gonna make it just all so much better and worth it. And I don't think I mentioned this already, but this is a budget-friendly meal. A lot of people think lamb chops are real expensive. They're not. I got these 4 chops that you guys saw. Well, these were 10 bucks. You gotta love it. Now, I'm getting ready to add my broth. Notice how I put everything on the edge. There we go. That'll cool things off a little bit. It'll pick up all of the fine that's on your skillet. You know what I mean? Or whatever you guys are using. Look at this right here. Yes, sir. Now we still at that medium, you know, flame. Look at how smooth that is down there. But this was seasoned just right though too. right? So nothing really sticks to that. It looked like I had a lot of fond on there, but once you put something in there, or you know, the onions, the shallots, or anything like that, it just picks it up. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and cut this. You know, our lemon, we wanna juice this. You wanna put a little bit of that in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick this in here like this. Then we'll just give it a little bit. All right. Oh yeah, that's it. Not too much, folks. Gotta cut it a little bit. As you know, we was really making like a sauce / gravy. You know, look at this. It kind of like breaks it up because that heat started to make it thick enough and all of that. But you see that right there? Oh, and look at these garlic cloves. They're getting soft, folks. All right, so now, after letting this cook, you know, what we're doing is we cooking it down, right? After that, now we'll go ahead and add the remainder of our butter. All right, now that the butter has melted, I did say it was a buttery, lemony, you know, flavor, right? So now you guys got it. Look at that right there. Without any flour, folks. You see how it picked up all of the fine made by the fat, you know, from the chops. All right, so I'm bringing this over here for a reason, because now I'm getting ready to add some lemon zest. Now I know a lot of this is underneath the bottom. You don't need a whole lot. Oh my goodness. You can see how this just brightens up. Brightens the dish up, right? This is gonna be our base right here, folks. I know some of y'all thinking like that's not enough. We don't want to drown it. These is lamb chops, folks. They're not smothered pork chops. We just want to get a little bit of this in here like that. I'm gonna bring it around here one more time to get under the heat. I'm gonna turn this fire off and just let it just simmer and cool down on its own. And then we're gonna spoon this over some lamb chops. And I think when you say lamb chops, you gotta have, you know, potatoes, right? That's mashed potatoes it is. This work with rice too. You know what I mean? But we say the rice with a lot of gravy, you know, for the pork chop. But for the lamb, this is it. I'm turning my fire off. All right, so let me move my knife. Now we got a plate. Obviously we got mashed potatoes. Now we're gonna go ahead and really I do this with 3, but you know, just the type of meat that I have, you know what I mean? This one might be a little harder to do. You know what I mean? I usually try to get them up like this, but that's a lot of meat, you know, so I think I'm gonna just take it. That was the one that I know somebody wanted that one. That was by special request. I'm gonna go ahead and just lay him right there. You know what I mean? You see that right there? Now, for the good part. Let's go ahead and get some of this buttery sauce. Oh my goodness. And listen, I've tasted it. A lot of times when I make something, I don't have to really go and add nothing else to it, but you see this right here? We just put that on there, just like that. And you know what? I know some of y'all saying, well, man, AB, you ain't gonna put nothing on that gravy. Trust me, folks. Oh. I got a little piece of garlic in there too. Yes, sir. You guys ever had roasted garlic? Garlic? Well, if you haven't, you will now. Because I promise you, once you taste this sauce, you're not gonna want to get rid of none of that. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to take pictures of it, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna see if I can't dress it up to try to get, you know, 3 of them to stand tall. You know what I mean? But these were just so big. So I'm gonna take one of these pork chops right here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it with a butter knife. Let's just go ahead, you know, and get us something from here. Okay, so, whew, look at that. Oh yeah, this is right. Now, look, forgive me. I haven't done nothing. I'm just gonna go ahead and just give me a little bit of this sauce on here because this makes it. And to be honest with you, I should put it and go ahead and use the mashed potato with it. You know what I mean? Because that's how I like to do my bite. But if you guys want to taste the flavor, this sauce right here takes away any gaminess that you guys have heard. Look, I'm not finna over talk it. Cheers, y'all. I just had to go in here and get some of these mashed potatoes too. Time to step up our game, folks. Hey, and not to mention, like again, I hate to keep beating a dead horse. This is truly a budget-friendly meal, right? Now, talk to me down in the comment section below and tell me what veggie would you pair this up with. For me, my go-to is always like broccoli. I do like green beans, stuff like that, but oh, and one of the things I never really talk about, and I really never make on my channel is, I love the California blend. That squash, you know what I mean? And cauliflower, that right there, a little bit of carrot. Ooh, my goodness. I just love that right there. Now, let's talk about this. If there's anything that you guys see that I could have used to level up any of this, put something else in the sauce, but I suggest you guys try it this way. You probably won't do nothing about the sauce, but it might be something you're thinking that I haven't thought about that'll make this over the top. I would love to know. Right? Now, if you're new to my channel, let me just take this time to say thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button, and tell everybody out there, there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. Now, I got to take this, try to get these get these lamb chops up where I can take some gourmet typist pictures, and then I can really tear into them. With that being said, I'm out, y'all. Peace.